President Boso, Vice President D'Angelo Steele, members of the board, Mr. Banks, Mr. Garside, thank you for the opportunity to speak. My name is Megan Payne, that will be important, Luhrman. I'm a parent of an amazing 6th grader at Hayes Intermediate School. For those of you that do not know my background, I grew up as a conservative in Athens County, which is not exactly the most conservative county in the state. I'm a proud product of both a public education, a public educator, and a Republican county commissioner. Throughout my post-secondary education, I often encountered discrimination based on diversity of thought. I'm conservative in Athens County. That's discrimination. While studying at Ohio University, I spoke before the university president regarding the discrimination I received in non-political science classes, merely because I was conservative. I did the same in law school. This board and its members, I think, are well on record that they want to encourage diversity of thought, and I thank you for that. There's nothing more diverse in thought than including and accepting neurodivergent viewpoints. Twice exceptional learners provide so much value to a classroom. Also known as, and I will refer to them going forward as 2Es, twice exceptional students are both gifted and have a learning disability. The Ohio Department of Education has been encouraging schools to stop letting 2Es slip between the cracks. In fact, the Ohio Bar Association's Education Law Committee's winter meeting, which is entirely about twice exceptional education. I will note that your advisory council is not a member of the committee and was not at that meeting. I was. Science and an experience for those of us that are 2E parents or 2Es themselves, and in my case both, are not that twice exceptional learners are often diagnosed later in life or later in their education years. They're often seen as either not trying or unable to focus. They're labeled bad behavior students. Let's keep it real. Their giftedness often masks their special ability, and their special ability often masks their giftedness. I will say our teachers have been great with acknowledging mine. Thank you, Mrs. Alfors. I know you're here tonight. We had a great year. These students provide unique perspectives in our world, valuable insight, and usually the ones who think outside of the box. 2E students are often eliminated from gifted programs, speaking in favor of well-schooled and well-behaved children. These are the students and children that grow to change our world. Famous 2Es include Helen Keller, Stephen Hawking, Mae Jemison, the first African-American woman in space, and many mathematicians, physicists, scientists, and engineers. Tom Holland, who my son is like, yay, I'm like Spider-Man, Keanu Reeves, Richard Branson, Simone Biles, Tim Tebow, and John Lennon all had a learning disability. Some of history's greats were believed to have been neurodivergent 2Es, including Thomas Edison, Albert Einstein, Leonardo da Vinci, Marie Curie, and Thomas Payne. I think that's where mine came from. Yeah. Those are the voices that change our world, and from what I've seen, you're silencing them in our district. I turn now to Ms. D'Angelo Steele's response to the student-led petition on change.org, she published May 22nd, 2025. However, this response and this board's stance and insistence on joining this organization have shown me the exact opposite of wanting to encourage diversity of thought. First and foremost, this was a student-created petition. Ms. D'Angelo Steele's unthoughtful response actually stated, let's focus on supporting our students and the positive work being done. How about supporting that student's right for an opinion and thought? What message did this send to our neurodivergent student who took it upon themselves to try to participate in civil debate? It wasn't that they were opinion valued. Instead, the term hysteria is being lobbied around by our board in response to a student. Our schools are supposed to help our young people become productive members of society by giving them an education. Our society has clearly lost the art of civil debate, and this board in this situation is not helping bring it back. We're supposed to listen and respect all viewpoints. We don't have to like them, we don't have to agree with them, but we need to respect the other's right to have them. It's not hysteria when the very tenet of an organization will take our 2Es out of the gifted and general classrooms and put them in a special room merely because they have a special ability and that requires special needs. This is not going to benefit any of our students or our community. I urge this board to take more time before making these snap decisions on these organizations. Think about it from all angles. Think about all students and all voices. The hysteria you referenced isn't just the crazy leftists. I am standing here a conservative and a libertarian, and I am telling you, some of us are raising exceptional children, and we are not going to go quietly into the night and let their light be dimmed or letting our voices be silenced. Yes. Thank you.